I'm going to show you how to hang wallpaper. Wallpaper is really back in fashion, so if you use these simple steps, you'll have a room to envy. And here's what we'll need to do the job. Wallpaper. Wallpaper paste. Large flat work surface, for example papering table. Measuring tape. Spirit level. Step ladder. Pasting brush. Utility knife. Seam roller. Large scissors. Wallpaper brush. Before starting wallpaper, make sure your walls are properly prepared. Make sure all the flaking paint or dust is removed from the wall, and if there's any measure the width of the paper out from the corner and then, using the spirit level, rule a straight line down the wall. You will use this to line up your first strip of wallpaper. Measure the first strip of wallpaper against the length of the wall. Line the top of the sheet with the ceiling and let the roll drop. Make sure it's in line with the vertical line you've drawn on the wall. Make a small tear in the bottom of the strip, just under the skirting level, so you know where to cut the paper. Always leave extra length for trimming later. Fold the wallpaper square against itself at the tear. I'm about to start pasting and I'm using a ready mixed adhesive. No matter which one you use, always read the manufacturer's instructions. Apply the wallpaper paste to the back of the wallpaper using a pasting brush. Make sure that all areas of the paper are covered with the paste. When you've pasted the length of the table, fold the paper so you can paste the bottom. Fold the top end of the paper down to the middle with the pasted sides touching. Start at the ceiling and unfold the top half of the strip carefully. Gently place the side edge of the strip along the measured line. When the paper is lined up correctly, drop the bottom half and gently smooth the wallpaper against the wall, starting from the centre and removing all air bubbles out towards the edge. Use the tips of your fingers to smooth out the wallpaper and to avoid dirt from your hands getting on the paper. Using a large straight edge, such as a putty knife, press the paper against the skirting board and then trim excess paper using a utility knife. Smooth out any bubbles in the paper using a brush or a damp sponge. If working with pattern wallpaper, you must match the pattern of the second sheet with the first. Roll out the wallpaper next to where the first strip is on the wall. Match up the pattern and make a slight tear in the paper where it meets the ceiling and the skirting board. Always allow extra length for trimming later. And cut the paper at top and bottom as you did with the first strip. Run along the seam of the two strips with a seam roller. To paper around sockets or light fittings, make an imprint on the paper around the edge of the fitting using your finger. Then, using a sharp utility knife, make an X in Then wipe any paste off the fitting using a damp cloth. So that's how you hang wallpaper. So go ahead and get creative and give it a go. For more helpful hints and tips, go to woodiesdiy.com.